Hello everyone and welcome you all to this video lecture on industrial hydraulics circuits. It is the part of unit number 4 of hydraulics and pneumatics. First of all, we will see what is meant by hydraulic circuit. The hydraulic circuit is an arrangement of components such as pump, actuator, valve and conductors which are interconnected so as to perform one or more specific tasks and the complete work can be done. First of all, we will see what is meant by hydraulic system. Hydraulic system is composed of several circuits and it refers to a complete assembly of component parts that transmit and control the fluid power. A system is capable of completing one or several operations that constitute a work cycle. Both the system and circuit are designed to accomplish output objectives. The design phases includes sizing the component and plumbing to meet the output requirement, establishing work cycle using time, flow, pressure and power calculations, and the analysis includes the assembly of the system component, installation of the hydraulic machine and to diagnose the performance of the machine. So this is called the hydraulic system. So first of all we will see what is meant by regenerative circuit. All of you know what is meant by regenerative. Regenerative circuit is one in which pressurized fluid discharge from the component is returned to the system to reduce power input requirement, and when the return line of the actuator is connected to the pressure line with the help of direction control valve to generate oil energy, it is called regenerative circuit. In the conventional circuit, the oil from the return line will be drained out to the reservoir, but in case of regenerative, the low pressure oil and again it is again recirculated with the help of pump instead of drain out to the low pressure oil to the connected to the pressure line to add more energy in the pressure line from the pump. It is increase the speed of cylinder in its forward motion, or it will get the rapid advancement. If you see the circuit diagram, in that case you will get the idea. This is the reservoir, this is the filter, this is the positive displacement pump, this is the pressure relief valve. What I am telling you that the rod end side discharge it again recirculated with the piston line discharge, and again it will mix up with the uh, piston towards piston, means whatever the discharge produced by the pump, that is QP, and whatever the discharge coming out from the rod end side, that is QR. QP plus QR, you will get the total discharge that is enter inside the piston side of the cylinder, and it can be happen with the help of only the direction control valve. The control unit we are going to study in this regenerative circuit, it is the direction control valve. Means what? The regenerative effect can be generated only by means of direction control valve. See, this one of the port of the direction control valve, it is blocked. If it is blocked, then the return line is connected to the piston inside. So whatever the discharge is increases, and from the continuity equation we can say that, you know that continuity equation, it is q is equals to area into velocity. So as q increases, velocity of extension that is increases. So here obviously the q is increasing and the velocity of piston, that is at the extension, that is increases. But whatever the load carrying capacity at the extension, that is decreases as per as the Pascal's law is concerned. So we can conclude that from this regenerative circuit we are increasing the extension speed at the expense of load carrying capacity. So generally the regenerative circuit that can be used where the idle stroke has to be minimized. In case of drilling operation, after the drilling work is completed, to remove the drill from the workpiece, that has to be as fast as possible. So in that case, the regenerative circuit can be preferred to minimize the cycle time of the circuit. Then we will move towards the next circuit, that is called unloading circuit, or in some cases it is called pump unloading circuit. So the unloading circuit is the one of the circuit, or it is one of the return of the fluid to reservoir at low pressure when the system is idle. Their purpose is to reduce power consumption and heat generation, and to extend pump life and efficiency of the pump. Circuit can be unloaded through control valve operated manually or electrically or remotely whenever there is a rise in system pressure. So unloading of the pump uh, is used to unload the pump whenever the pump has to be unload, and to minimize the heat generation in the oil. So if you see the circuit diagram, in that case you will get idea. This is the big pump, this is the small pump. We can say this is the pump required for higher pressure and low discharge, and this is the pump for low discharge, the high discharge and low pressure pump. But in the circuit, this goes to the system in some operation, the no requirement of the higher pressure. In that case, that pump has to be unloaded. So, or it can be remotely operated. So here the low pressure unloading valve, this is the high pressure unloading valve. When the high flow low pressure discharge, low pressure pump is operating, in that case this unloading valve is working. When the system doesn't require that much discharge, in that case high pressure unloading valve will operate this low pressure unloading valve, and that whatever the discharge produced by that pump, that can be unloaded towards reservoir. So simply the frequent starting and stopping of the pump, it is undesirable. So instead of stopping of the pump, we simply unload the pump to the reservoir or to the less area region, that is called reservoir. So we can reduce the heat generation in the fluid. So this is called unloading circuit. Then we will move towards next circuit. It is called synchronizing circuit. Synchronization is the circuit allows two or more linear or rotary actuators to operate in a synchronization regardless of differences in the magnitude of load resistance. Circuit can be synchronized by two methods. First of all, we will see what is meant by synchronization. Synchronization means making two or more number of cylinder, that may be rotary or linear, move towards any object simultaneously or together or at a time. So there are two methods we will see one by one. Example 1, in that case you will find that both the actuators, it is connected in parallel, means whatever the output from the pump from the direction control valve goes towards both the actuator, that is H and H. This is head side, this is rod side. So it goes to the head side or the blank end side of the piston side at a time. Then we can assume that both the piston moves at a time, or moves uh, synchronization speed. But there are some drawbacks. At the time of manufacturing, we cannot say that both the pistons or the geometry of the both the cylinders are same. So whatever the discharge provided by the pump towards both the piston and cylinder, it is same, but there are some lagging in the speed. So we can't say that by using parallel connection synchronization can be done. Then another example, example 2 is the both the cylinders are connected in series. Means one of the inlet of the PCV connected to the blank end of the cylinder, and rod end side is connected to the another cylinder of blank end side or piston end side, and whatever the uh, discharge from the rod end side of the cylinder 2, it goes to the reservoir. So again here also the there are some limitation. Both the load acting on the both the actuators should be same, and the pump which is deliver whatever the Q or whatever the discharge and the pressure provided to the actuator, that should be same, or whatever the return line of the cylinder 2, it must be moved towards reservoir. And another requirement is the area, means whatever the area here, area present here, that is blank end, here area present, that is rod end side. So the rod end side area of cylinder 1 should be matched with the piston end side of cylinder 2. So this condition should be satisfied, means the area of one, again I repeat, area of cylinder 1 of rod end side will be same or equal to the area of cylinder 2 of piston inside. If this happen, then and then only we can say that two actuators can be moved synchronized. So this is called the synchronization can be done. But both the arrangement cannot be used practically. The arrangement which is used, it is called flow divider circuit. So by means of division of flow towards both the actuator by means of flow divider, then only it is possible. So this is called synchronization of the circuit. Then next one is operating of single acting cylinder using 3x2 DCV. Here the single acting actuator, that is can be moved by means of 3x2 DCV. Here is the reservoir, here is the pump, this is the pressure relief valve, this is the 3x2 DCV. 3x2 means three ports are there, that is P, A and T. So P is connected to A, that is actuator end. It will pushes towards right hand side and the spring will be compressed, and when the position of DCV will change, so P will block in that case, and this T is connected to the tank port, and this A is connected here, and the spring will decompress, and whatever the oil here, it will be moved towards like this from A to T, and when the position of 3x2 DCV will be changed. So this is called operating of single acting cylinder by using 3x2 DCV. So this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.